Hello, everyone, and welcome to BookTrib After Dark, a Merrill Media production. Today, we're so excited to welcome New York Times bestselling author Carrie Ann Ryan back to BookTrib's After Dark. Carrie is a contemporary romance and paranormal author who's written a number of book series, including ones that you love, which I'm sure include the Redwood Pack, the Talon Pack branded packs, Dante's Circle, new one, Gallagher Brothers, and she just released a 1001 Dark Nights novella, Adoring Ink, for her super popular Montgomery Ink series. Welcome, Carrie. We're so happy to have you on today.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So we last talked about 1001 Dark Nights novella, Hidden Ink, and here we are a year later chatting about your next novella in the Montgomery Ink series, Adoring Ink. So tell us what's going on here. Who are we talking about? Who are we loving?
So Adoring Ink is, I was really excited to write this one. This is book 6.5 in the series, but they're all standalone, so you can start wherever you want.
Okay.
This is Holly and Brody's story. Okay. So Holly is the ex-girlfriend of Jake from my menage romance, Ink Enduring. And so when I was starting out what Jake, Maya, and Border's story should be, I was like, well, Jake has a girlfriend. What am I going to do with her? And a lot of people were like, oh, so you're just going to like either kill her off or you're just going to make her evil. And I was like, but I really like Holly. And a lot of my readers really liked Holly. So I knew I had to find a story for her because she's like, she's sweet and doesn't have any tattoos and is so happy and perky. And totally doesn't fit into the series. So I was like, I'm going to find a way.
Perfect.
And then Brody, he was supposed to just be like a one-off line guy. He had one line in a Hidden Ink, which was he asked out Haley, which like started the whole ball rolling for Haley and Sloane's relationship. Like he was just this like Southern drawl, really hot guy getting a tattoo. It's like, hey, you want to go out? And then that was it. And then people were like, so you're going to write Brody's story? So I was like, well, how about I put these two people who've never met but have been circling around the same people and see what happens. So you have like the sweet innocent girl and the playboy.
Oh, wow. That sounds super exciting. And I think that it's going to be a perfect addition to 1001 Dark Nights novella for your Montgomery Ink series. What is it for you about writing the 1001 Dark Nights novellas that you like really enjoy? Is there an aspect of writing those that are different for you from anything else?
So right now I'm pretty much writing like two main long series and like little trilogies that go off the Montgomery Ink series. So like I have like this set form and I have these families that all need stories and I have this arc and everything is in its place until 2020. And sometimes I write this side character who really needs a story and there's no room in the main arc. And 1001 Dark Nights gives me this option where I can like freeze frame and see what happens with these side characters because they may not marry Montgomery, but they're still going to get an HEA.
Yeah, I love it. That's so smart. And what else is going on in the Montgomery Ink series since we last spoke? I know you had the Hidden Ink, but then what's happened beyond that came out this year?
So in 2016, Hidden Ink came out, and then two more books came out. Maya's book, which is the Menage that I talked about, and then Alex's book came out with Tabby, and that one just about killed me to write, but it was so worth it. And then this year, we're actually finishing up the Denver set. Because Wes and Storm, the twins, each get books. And no, they're not getting one book. I'm not writing a twin menage. That's my limit. And then there's also three novellas in the series coming out this year.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
But the series doesn't end there. It's just the Denver ones do because I don't want to make it so big that you get scared.
Right.
So after that, there's some cousins that have been in the sidelines waiting, and I've been saying, no, we can't write them yet. But they're each going to get their own series in the Montgomery Ink world. So tons of Montgomerys coming up.
Wow. Okay. Well, strap in, fans. Wow. Lots of good stuff going on. So you also, speaking of Happily Ever After, I want to talk quickly about your anthologies because you just released your second one, Ink Ever After. What prompted you to start these, and what have you enjoyed about writing them?
So I call it my Happy Ever After series because I can't write, well, technically it's 5 series in one.
Right.
It's really confusing. So sometimes I'll have an idea for a side character or a character who's already been written, and it's they want to get pregnant, or they've just had a baby, or it's date night, or it's the parents who aren't going to get a book, but they have something to say and it just doesn't fit in a book. So throughout last year and the year before that, I wrote a bunch of short stories and novellas that either went out into newsletters or like stayed hidden. And then I realized that if you add them up, that it's like a full novella, almost novel. So I released them in Flame and Ink in 2015. And then I did it again in 2016, where I wrote like 11 in 1 year. And so my editors, and like the thing is they're not on the timetable. It's, it comes to me, I write it, and then I send it to my editor. And Shell's like, hey, did you sleep? Because you sent me 4 short stories in one night.
But it just like pours out of you, I imagine. The ideas are constant.
And it really just helps me focus on what I need to, because I'm not with a publisher, I am indie, but I also structured myself so that way it's easy for readers to figure out what's next. And so I don't always get to write the story that's loudest in my head at that time.
Right.
Even though it's still loud in my head. And so
if I kind of get it out.
If I can spend some time with those characters or characters like them, I can focus on what I need to do.
Absolutely. Interesting. Really, really interesting, and super, what's the word I'm looking for? Not determined, but just really making sure you're getting it done. Which I'm sure every fan appreciates. I know I do. So what about the fans? Have you heard from them regarding these after the Happily Ever After novellas? Are they loving it? Are they so excited about them?
Everyone who knows what they are going in loves them. They love being able to see, these people had a baby. And especially because between Ink Enduring and Ink Exposed, a year passed in the timeline. Right. Because Alex was a recovering alcoholic and I needed him some time. And all 3 Montgomery women had children during that time.
Oh my goodness.
And so I couldn't just not write about that. And so readers really enjoyed that. If you don't know what they are going in, you're going to be kind of like, hey, this is a short story about someone that already has a story. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I try to make that completely clear in every blurb, and it's in bold. I can't do red because it's a book. I try.
I mean, I think that it is pretty clear. If you're not paying attention, then clearly it's not clear enough, or never will be. So I wouldn't worry about that.
You can just go back to the main books, and then you'll be like, oh, now I understand.
Exactly. So what about the new series? I'd really like to talk about Gallagher Brothers, because Love Restored is out, if I'm correct. And what can you kind of tell us about this series, these half brothers? What's going on?
So what I wanted to do for my brain is I have my One Lawn Paranormal series, and then I have the Montgomerys, which is like this dynasty.
Yeah, at this point.
A lot of these people who marry into Montgomerys have siblings. Really hot siblings with beards that apparently need stories. And I wanted to make it so you had entry points into the series if you wanted to, or if you just wanted to try me for the first time, or if you wanted to read all of them in order. My website totally has the reading order for you. But so the Gallagher brothers are Jake's brothers from Ink Exposed, Ink Enduring, that Menage book that I talked about. And so those 3 brothers, they all have their own demons, and I wanted to see what would happen if they actually got happy ever afters, because I can't tell you why, but Graham went through his own version of hell for Love Restored, and so him getting a happy ever after actually took a lot of effort on my part and his. And Blick's.
Interesting. I like those, though. I like when they have to work for it. That makes for a more exciting HEA at the end.
And then, so that's Love Restored, which is out now. And then Passion Restored, which comes out February 28th. I keep wanting to say 29th, but it's not a leap year. So the 28th, that I already wrote, and the heroine, I actually plotted this series while I was hanging out with Liz Berry, who created The 1001 Dark Nights. Mm-hmm. So the heroine is named Liz in Passion Restored, and she's a statuesque blonde who's adorable and determined and a nurse.
Love it.
So something I haven't written before. So the whole series is just people coming together and having to overcome their demons who don't, other than Blake, don't work in a tattoo shop, but they're connected to it.
Okay. All right. Very interesting. And then the next book in that series is coming out when?
So Passion Restored comes out February 28th, and then the trilogy ends in July.
July.
The story.
Wow. Quick, done.
Yeah, 3, because the next trilogy, because I'm trying to do trilogies, is for 2018, and that's the Whiskey and Lies series.
Yes, I want to talk about that series. Tell me more.
So, I love the title. Like, I was Kennedy Lane and I were going through what I should name these, because I always bounce off with her every morning with coffee. And I was like, what about this? And she's like, shivers. And so the Whiskey and Lies series is about Tabby's brothers from Ink Exposed. You sense a theme.
I do.
So Tabby's brothers, you meet in Ink Exposed, and I don't know much about them yet, other than they totally were like freaking me out because I had to know what's going on with them. And I'm like, I can't write you until 2018. Like,
shut up.
Like, their chapter was one of my favorite one of my favorite chapters to write. Like, I blew through it in like less than an hour, wrote a whole chapter. And I was like, I can't write their books. So Whiskey Secrets is book 1.
Okay.
And that comes out in January 2018. So a year.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Totally a year from now, but I'm really excited to write it. It's a little darker. It's not set in Denver because they're from Pennsylvania, where I live now. Okay. So I'm from Denver originally, so it's fun to go back to where I was. But now I'm like, hey, let's do a new place.
All right, so let's talk about the Talon Pack also, because they've got some books releasing this year. What can you tell fans kind of about where they are at this point and what they can look forward to?
So I'm actually writing the 5th book right now, and it's breaking me. So the Talon Pack series is my Shifter series, and it's technically a spinoff of the Redwoods, but it's just a different pack set in the same world, so you can read it in any order you want. Right now, the 4th book released in October, and audio just came out yesterday.
Yay!
Last week or whenever. And so at that point, the idea of the series is the wolves have been in secret for centuries, and suddenly the humans know. And so now the humans know. So what does this mean politically? What does this mean human-wise? What does this mean for the rest of their future and their children and the way that their dens work? And so a few huge things happened in the first 4 books, and they're culminating in this book, which is Naj, with one of the Redwood Pack members who you met as like an 8-year-old back 30 years ago, and now he's 38 years old. And then you have the Omega of the pack, of the Talon Pack, and then you have the daughter of the Big Bad.
Wow. There is a lot going on in there.
Yeah. So it's those 3 together culminating in the end of, okay, we're here. This war is going to kill us. How do we end it? And that's what I'm trying to write right now. Fractured Silence.
And it is also killing you.
Yes. I was talking with my assistant today, Charity. I was like, by the way, this is what happens at the end. I just need to tell someone. And she's like, why?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, so there was crying involved, but it'll be okay. HEAs for everybody.
Okay.
That survives.
Okay. Oh my God.
But this year also Destiny Disgraced releases too. So book 6. So the war may be ending, but the series isn't.
Love it. Very nice. All right. So we've talked early 2017 and a little bit into the rest of 2017, but what else do you have kind of coming up spring, summer that you can fill us in on?
So Adoring Ink just released. on Valentine's Day, I have a box set called Once Upon a Valentine, and it has a Montgomery Ink novella in it called Love, Honor, and Ink. It's Harper and Ariana's book, and 100% of proceeds go towards autism awareness.
Love it.
So, and it's only in the box set for about a month until we pull it, and then they go individual. But I'd rather you get in the box set and me not earn anything, so you can help someone rather than myself. Sure. And then I said Passion, the Gallagher Brothers, continues the Passion Restored. And then we get the next Montgomery book with Ink Expressions. Okay. Actually, no. Then we get Fractured Silence, which is a Talon Pack book. See, this is why I have a coming soon page. Because I alternate. So it goes Talon Pack, and then Montgomery Ink. Okay. Then Gallagher Brother, and then Talon. So you're going to get about 2 Talon books, 2 Montgomery Ink books, 3 Montgomery novellas, and 2 Gallagher Brother books.
Wow, you are right.
Secret book.
And a secret book. All right. So I guess you can't tell us anything past that it's a secret.
I will say we're going to reveal what it is in March.
Okay.
And the covers are, oh my God.
Okay.
And it's the hero of mine. Of the we is friends with Brody.
Okay.
So you'll know him.
Alrighty. Wow. Okay. Well, that is exciting and lots to look forward to. And Whiskey and Lies is too far away, but I want it tomorrow. So
I have to not even look at 2018.
Yeah.
It's still only January 2017.
It is. In case you're wondering, it is. So I do want to talk quickly though about the Dirty Dozen book club that you are a part of, because it's so fun and a good idea, and I signed up for it with a great group of authors. Can you talk a little bit about that? And are you guys continuing into 2017?
So the Dirty Dozen book club, I love it. You sign up as a reader or as an author, because I signed up too because I want books as well, and you get a free book a month, and it's a book that's never been free before.
Great.
So you get that newsletter and you click it and you get that book, but you can't, if you sign up now, you can't get what's been free before, if that makes sense. It's from here on out.
Of course.
I love it because these are all authors that I read anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole is this a new series? It actually didn't help me much because I was already fangirling everybody. But I know not everyone has read everyone, so it's a little bit different that way. So you get a free book. It's usually in a series, and you can go back to the rest of the series and see what's going on. It's usually the first book in the series. Unless, in my case, it was the second one because the first one's already free. So you get 2 books for free.
Okay, sounds good.
Reading a really good romance.
Yeah.
As for 2008, it is going through 2017.
Okay.
So, but because we were the breakout dozen, so it was a little more than 12 because we started in October.
Okay.
But once this is over, we hope to continue. We just want to make sure you guys want us to continue too.
Absolutely. So go sign up. And what is that website URL so people can go sign up?
The www.dirtydozenbookclub.com.
Perfect. All right. Well, everyone go check it out. So I have to know, because your writing schedule is insane, and what you do is, the amount of writing you do is crazy. How did you kind of get yourself on this schedule? And was it like this in the beginning when you very first started writing? Or was it slower? Has it amped up the more you write?
This is slowed down.
Oh, okay.
So, when I was writing my other series, it was almost every month a book was out.
Okay.
And if you take out the novellas, I only have 6 full novels out this year.
Okay.
So,
yeah, but still, I mean, the novellas are a book. You wrote another book.
I know. Adoring Ink is a book. But I set myself a schedule so I take weekends off. I write in the mornings, I work out in the evenings, and then I make dinner, and then I do admin work or hang out with my husband, usually at the same time. But I actually have slowed down, and I plan on slowing down even more next year. And it's really just because I'm enjoying writing it. And I'll write like 5,000 to 10,000 words in a day and then not write on Saturday or Sunday.
Wow.
And it works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. And as long as I get to read books, I'm happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your reading schedule like then with the crazy writing schedule?
I was reading a book a day still.
Okay.
Now I've made it so that way I'm a book every other day or so, because I used to like read while I was walking around the house, but now I've discovered audiobooks.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
So now I'm like listening to a book and then I'll read at night.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. All right.
So
that's interesting.
reading has slowed down, but I'm still listening to a book.
Still getting through books. Either way you put it.
It's like, oh, I have to go downstairs and get more coffee. Let me bring my book with me.
Right. Exactly. Oh, man. Well, that is wonderful. Well, I hate to say this, but our time is up, and unfortunately, but thank you so much for joining us again. We love having you on, and Adoring Ink is out now, so everyone go download it. And, there it is.
Or in print.
It is in print. Nice. Excellent. We love it. Well, thank you so, so much, Carrie Ann. It was so lovely talking to you, and I look forward to all of the books to come and getting to do this again, hopefully.
Yes, thank you.
All right, congrats. And
happy reading, y'all. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.